Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Boy, this ought to be a treat. This is Boulevard Brewing's special limited release ale. This is their Imperial Stout. 60% ale, 40% aged in whiskey barrels. This is the great big bottle. This is a 750 milliliter bottle with the corked and cage on top of it. This is an 11.8% Imperial Stout. I know this is going to be a good one. Parrish sent me this beer in the beer mail package I got from him the other day, and the writing on the back of the bottle is basically the same as the commercial description on both Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. Like India Pale Ales, Imperial Stouts were originally brewed with high percentages of malt and hops to help them withstand the rigors of a long sea journey, not to India but to Imperial Russia and the Baltic states. Our version is an over-the-top rip on the style with a huge grain bill featuring several kinds of malted barley, wheat, rye, and oats. A portion of the batch has been aged in whiskey barrel then blended with fresh ale before bottling. A special release ale produced in the very small batches. More information on release is available at boulevard.com. This is a 2013 edition of this, so it's aged a little bit. It says batch number and best by 11/2015. Store upright. The IBUs on this beer are 63. This is a big beer, almost a 12%er at 11.8%. And don't think there's anything else to talk about there, so let's go over and see what the food pairings are for this beer. It's going to be your typical Imperial Stouts. Food pairings of cheeses, buttery brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss. And since it is a stout, it goes well with your chocolate dishes. And the meat is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glassware is a pint, Becker, the Nonic tumbler, the Stempler, oversized wine glass. I got the double glass for this one. And this beer can be sold for a light 11.8%. This is going to keep for a long, long time. They say best by 11/2015, but this beer will keep for 10 years or more. I can't think of any reason why it would not keep longer than that. But a lot of times they'll put those dates on there to tell you that it's been aged in whiskey barrels, and they would like you to have it within a year or two. But this beer will sell for a long time, and I can't think of a reason why anything in this beer would diminish over time as far as aging or cellaring this beer for a while. So that's all I got to say about this. So without me flapping my gums any further, let's get the cage off of this one, see if I got enough strength to get the cork out of this bottle without getting the old trusty pliers out. While I'm doing this, got 2 blue openers left out of this batch, guys. They haven't gone yet, and they're not promised to anybody, so if you need or want an opener, I got 2 dark blue ones left. So let me know if you're interested in them. First come, first serve. PayPal is the fastest way to get it and confirm your order, guys. A lot of pop with that. Oh yeah, a lot of smoke out of the bottle. Let's get it in the glass. We're going to go right down the center on this beer, see what kind of head it produces. Oh, we're going to get a big head on here, so better. Now already, it looks like we're getting about a 2-finger of head, so I'm going to be kind of easy with the rest of it. I'm very surprised that it produces that much of a head, being a 12%er. But with that big pop, that tells me it's well carbonated. 3 fingers of head already. Wow, very impressive for an almost 12% beer. Over to the light, there is none. Very chocolatey covered looking head, or colored head. Looks very creamy on top. There are a few big bubbles in the sides here from that aggressive pour. And some of this will float down, and the beer will gain more volume in the glass here. But let's get a nose on it. Parrish, you the man. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot of rich chocolatey malt. There is a slight hint of the whiskey though. And being aged in the oak barrels, there are some woody vanilla hints in there. Oh yeah, that smells wonderful. Wow, there's some dark fruit in there. Dates, raisins, figs, plums, licorice. Just a slight hint of the alcohol with that whiskey in there. Wow, this is going to be a big beer, I'm pretty sure. Now, this may be a great candidate to cellar for a little bit. But we're not cellaring this one. We're going to taste it and we're going to drink it. And we're down to about still 2.5 fingers of head there. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Parrish. Oh yeah. Cocoa, chocolate, dark fruit, whiskey. Oh man, that's delicious. The roasted malt and the chocolate is definitely coming out in this beer. Oh man, just the right amount of bitterness to balance this big beer out. Wow. That is delicious. And everything that they do in the Smokestack series is basically awesome. I've not had a Smokestack series beer that was not, I don't think I have any of them that were not A beers. This is their premium, top of the line, big boy beers, if you will. If you're drinking macro lagers regularly and not into craft beers, you wouldn't want to go grab this. This would blow your palate right out of your mouth. It'd be like drinking motor oil. But for the seasoned Imperial Stout drinkers, you will love this. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's delicious, guys. One of the best stouts I've had in a while. Not getting any hint of that almost 12%. Now there is a slight hint of alcohol in there being aged in the whiskey barrels, but it is not overpowering the beer whatsoever. It is not over the top like some of the bourbon barrel stuff. You get is all you can taste is the bourbon, and a lot of these bigger beers, once you get above 11, 12, 14, 17%, as we had in the Nagano beers, it's really hard to hide that much alcohol. And in between the 10 and the 13%, they do a pretty good job sometimes of hiding that alcohol, and they've done it very well in this. A very, very well made beer. So, Boulevard beers, especially the Smokestack series, they got it going on. They definitely know what they're doing there. Well, let's let it warm up. Might even fire up a cigar and let the other half have the other half of this bottle, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. This is damn delicious. Now that it's warmed up, the alcohol is a little more prevalent because it's been in whiskey barrels, some of it anyway. Dark fruit, raisins, dates, plums, figs. A nice whiskey in there, not overpowering. A nice blended ale, a nice blended Imperial Stout. Got the date on the bottle when they want you to have it by. Very impressive beer. Let's do the final chug here. The other half said she thought it was a 10. I'm not quite so generous. I think it's a 9 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give this beer. 9 out of 10 today. Very tasty. Definitely worth picking up. Definitely a well-made beer. Definitely an Imperial Stout that if you can get your hands on. I have not seen this beer around here. I do get some of their average beers. A very select few of the Smokestack series, but I've not seen this or cannot buy this beer at the normal beer stores. So Boulevard does some really good stuff. They got a great head brewer there that knows what he's doing. This is delicious. A very good candidate for cellaring as far as I'm concerned, and this one would probably age very well for at least 5 or 10 years as far as I'm concerned. So with that being said, 9 out of 10, that's what I'm going to give this one. I enjoyed it immensely, and the other half enjoyed it just a little bit more than I did, but I have had a few that are just a tad better than this, but not much. For almost a 12% beer, this is a very well made beer, very easy drinking for a 12%er. I don't know if I would have this as the first beer of the day, but winding up the final beer of the day, which is this one is, it's very delicious, very complex, and I'm sure that would just get better over time, cellaring it for 3 to 5 years or even longer. So with that being said, without me rambling on, very tasty beer, guys. Very enjoyable. Parrish, thanks again, brother, for sending me this one. I enjoyed this one immensely. It is very nice, very tasty beer. So let's see what everybody else thinks. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first. Beer Advocate says 93, outstanding. Would not argue with that whatsoever. I think that number is a tad low, but they average that stuff out and give the ratings accordingly. If I was to put a numeric rating on this one, I would probably give it somewhere between a 97 and a 99. So, over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer, here we go. Rate Beer says 99 overall. Not argue with that. That's about where I would put it. And 92 in the style. So, the style numbers, and like I said, they average that stuff out. And it's definitely worth trying. If you can get your hands on the Smokestack series Imperial Stout, it's definitely worth trying. Very enjoyable beer. I liked it a lot. I really do. I would love to cellar this beer for, say, 3 to 5 years and see how it changes and how it matures. So, very tasty beer. If you can get your hands on this, and you ought to pick it up if you're an Imperial Stout fan. It's very tasty. I can't think of anything else that I would do to change this beer. So, very nice. I enjoyed it. Wish I had another bottle to cellar for a while, or another half a glass to drink on just a little bit more. So it was very tasty, guys. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. So with that being said, we've got the ratings from everybody, and you got the ratings from me. 9 out of 10 for me on this one, guys. If you had the Smokestack series Imperial Stout, let me know what you think of it. Give me some comments back on this one, guys. And we're going to take that walk tomorrow and see what's in the fridge. Hope you can join me then. Maybe we'll get lucky and have another A beer. I hope so. I know everything that Parrish has been sending me has been pretty damn tasty, and this one is not a disappointment either. So, Parrish, thanks again, brother. I do appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you when I come out there in August. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow, guys. See you then.